new technology and just take it as far as we can, given our talents. And
pretty big talent.
I think you can't let yourself get scared of it or push it aside. So, I mean, there's no way a machine is going to control a human being. I mean, you can pinpoint more accurately what you're trying to do with an atmosphere for a song or something, with this huge variety of sound that you've got.
Martin writes in a very sort of real way. He writes about real things, everyday things that happen and stuff, and the experiences that he goes through emotionally. And a lot of people go through those same emotions. There's nothing sort of hidden away. He's very honest about what he writes, really.
Finding new approaches to making music. You know, one of the things we're trying to do with our next record is to take different approaches to the way we work together. You know, try and change just about as much as we possibly can without losing the strength of songs. Just to keep ourselves interested, because if we're interested, then the music will be interesting, I hope. You know, and if we fall into sort of easy, comfortable ways of working, then the music is likely to suffer from that. I think that's the most difficult thing for groups to do, because they do fall into comfortable ways of working and ways that they can deal with each other, you know, without too much confrontation, because confrontation is a big part of being in a group. You know, so you'll constantly have to battle for your own individual ideas to come through, you know, and it's always a compromise. So the more you face up to confrontation, probably the better results you're going to actually end up with. Part of the whole event, you know, one of the things we're very conscious of is not putting ourselves on some kind of pedestal and trying to be above our audience. We try to very much stay down to earth and involve them in what we do.
Screaming at, you know, these sort of, you know, four guys up there and sort of really screaming at them because of the way they look and stuff. They're really into the music, you know. Our fans, I mean, I think we sort of see them for more than just sort of screaming at us, you know. They really get into the music and the lyrics and stuff.
It's a very long tour, and we wanted to document it, and we felt if we didn't sort of somehow film it or make a concert film or something, we'd be wasting it, really, because we put so much effort into the stage show and everything. We felt we had to document it.
We did all our gigs and stuff, and we wanted to finish the tour with a bang, you know, and sort of not just finish on after 10 months constant touring. You know, we wanted to finish with a special show, so we decided to do this show in California, and you know, we ended up getting like 70,000 people turning up to this one show. And so to film, and it was the last show, so there was an added sort of tension in the fact that we were filming it, recording it, and it was the last gig. There was no, like, if it went wrong, we couldn't, like, say, oh, well, we'll film it again tomorrow, you know.
To find the right person to direct it, and for a long time we had somebody in mind that none of us were really happy with, and it was only at the last minute that the idea of Pennybaker came along, and we met him and found that, you know, we could get on together. And you know, from that moment on, it became a much more exciting prospect, because we knew we were using someone who was very sympathetic to making that kind of film and had some kind of talent.
It shows quite an amazing amount of self-confidence on your part.
Well, you know, I don't know if it's self-confidence. It's just that we wanted to make a film that was honest. We didn't want to make a film that was like all these films that you see now of bands just on stage, very glossy, very nice, and, you know, a couple of little shots sort of backstage, you know, messing around and stuff.
They're not very interesting.
They're just boring, you know.
I think what it does is just capture what happened during the 3 or 4 weeks of that tour, you know, and it's a very honest account of what happened, and it tries to show lots of different aspects about what we do and our touring and our accountants backstage and all that kind of thing. But I don't think it's a particularly deep film. I think we as a group have changed a lot during that time, but I don't know where we fit in the overall scheme of things, really. You know, I think the 80s is very much a mishmash of different kinds of music.
I don't think we do fit, really. I mean, I think we've always been pretty individual, sound-wise. I think you can't really lump Depeche Mode in with any other bands. You know, you can't sort of say they're that kind of band. You know, I think we really have our own identity, and it's something that we're proud of.